Mark your calendar, the end of July, July 28th, it's a Friday night. That is when we will see the first deliveries. About 30 customers who have ordered a Model 3 will be receiving them then.
2017 is all about getting the Model 3 ready for volume production that's due to start in July. Many skeptics say that Tesla won't be able to achieve their ambitious targets. Meanwhile, Elon Musk and the Tesla team do all that they can to ensure everything goes smoothly. And just as previous times, the fate of the company is dependent on Tesla getting the Model 3 right and into mass production as soon as possible. And we start off 2017 with an incredible story from Germany, where Model S owner Manfred Kick noticed the vehicle going at high speed with the driver slumped over the steering wheel, seemingly unconscious. Undaunted with the dangerous situation, quick to take action, Manfred overtook the out-of-control vehicle, getting directly in front of it, and then slowly applied the brakes to get both vehicles to a standstill. Manfred's actions saved the life of the unconscious driver and potentially avoided a high-speed accident which could have endangered the lives of others. When Elon heard about the incident, he tweeted his appreciation and noted that Tesla would cover all costs of repairs. Another thing that Elon was tweeting about early in the year was the misconception that the Model 3 was a third-generation vehicle that was superior to the Model S.
We have seen some impact of Model S orders as a function of people being confused that Model 3 is the upgrade to Model S. It's a little confusing because one's a letter and the other is a number. But Model 3 was supposed to be called the Model E, but then Ford came to sue us. Then I thought we were being all clever by calling it the Model 3, but actually the joke's on me because it caused confusion in the marketplace. So that we're doing our best to clear up that confusion so that people do not think that Model 3 is somehow superior to Model S. Actually, Model S will be better than Model 3, as it should be, because it's a more expensive car.
In other news, if you thought Elon had enough on his plate being the CEO of two public companies, Tesla and SpaceX, Elon starts two more companies, the Boring Company and Neuralink.
Musk took to Twitter in December saying, "Traffic is driving me nuts. I'm going to build a tunnel boring machine and just start digging."
That is crazy.
Do you think he's serious or kidding?
Probably kidding.
Musk says he's not kidding. He added tunnels to his bio on Twitter and posted he'll call his new venture the Boring Company. This morning he tweeted, "Exciting progress on the tunnel front. Plan to start digging in a month or so."
Elon wasn't joking around, and the Boring Company got straight to work.
They were digging a tunnel, and the tunnel starts right across from SpaceX HQ. It's like actually, oddly enough, it's like a little low-stress activity because, like, everyone expects it to fail. I mean, the sort of grown-worthy joke that I make about tunnels is that they have low expectations. There's nowhere to go but down.
Yes.
I could keep going.
So if solving traffic congestion wasn't enough, Elon also started Neuralink.
Elon Musk wants to download your brain. He's the entrepreneur behind Tesla cars and SpaceX, of course, but he's troubled by where artificial intelligence is leading humanity. So he's trying to stay one step ahead with an idea to implant our brains with computer chips. For some people, it's a sci-fi step too far. Musk announced his project on Twitter, and the reactions came quick. It's hoped that this new technology might help combat eating disorders or depression and maybe the effects of Parkinson's disease, although obviously such operations on people's brains have their significant risks. Behind it all, though, is Musk's suspicions against AI. In 2015, he donated $10 million to a movement to stop artificial intelligence from turning against humans.
So how does Elon manage time to be CEO of Tesla and SpaceX while also being involved with companies like Neuralink, the Boring Company, and OpenAI?
The Boring Company is maybe 2% of my time. Neuralink is 3 to 5% of my time. OpenAI is maybe a couple of percent. 90% plus is divided between SpaceX and Tesla. So depending upon, and it's probably slightly more Tesla. Tesla's like a drama magnet, so it's like...
Drama magnet was actually an understatement, with Tesla being attacked daily in the media.
I'm a well-known Tesla skeptic, and
But it keeps defying expectations. You have to give it that.
Somehow it's levitating, and I think it's Elon Musk is the greatest salesman in the world. He paints this vision of an unlimited future, aided and abetted by some analysts who say, I mean, it's like Elon Musk has been beamed down from another planet to show us mortals how to run a company. Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, GM, Audi, and Porsche are all coming out with 300-mile electric luxury sedans. I think they're doomed.
And Elon had no hesitation in firing back at the short sellers.
Elon Musk basically taunting the shorts out there, saying, stormy weather in Shortville. Interesting day if you are a Tesla investor.
Elon wasn't kidding.
Tesla's shares have shot up more than 5% today after the smallest US car maker reported deliveries that exceeded analyst estimates. Tesla's market value is now $2.7 billion more than Ford Motor Company's. It's easiest just to show people in our Bloomberg the difference, because we have Tesla's market cap, Ford market cap in blue, and GM's in yellow, and you can see that Tesla's is just shooting up there, and it has now overtaken Ford's, on its way to overtaking GM.
Tesla surpassing GM as the top US automaker by market capitalization. What do you think about that, David Weston?
What was it just last week they passed Ford? Right? They just passed Ford, and now they've passed GM as well.
I guess now they've got to deliver.
Yeah, a lot of cars.
And as the stock went higher, panicked short sellers came out of the woodwork and pleaded their bearish cases on the media.
The shorts have been in stormy weather, but if Tesla sells 100,000 cars a year, it's got a $47 billion valuation. That values Tesla at about $475,000 per car sold. GM is valued at $5,000 per car. So I'm not making a case for or against Tesla. I love the product, but you can understand why the shorts could potentially make the valuation argument.
They've made it for the past $100 a share.
Correct.
And it's been a tough one, and that's why Elon Musk was out saying, you know what? And we've had a number of notable shorts on our program. Jim Chanos, for one, has been short Tesla for a long time. Not sure, to be clear, what his position is at this very moment in time.
Tesla's trading at $312 today.
Yeah, God bless them.
What's it worth?
I don't think the equity's worth a whole lot. I mean, you know, we were short Solar City, and we thought that was heading to bankruptcy, and they bought it out. Just look at what Elon Musk was quoted in the papers today as saying. He himself said the stock is not worth $50 billion.
Well, I think he said the market was being generous.
I think actually, if you read it,
he said a little bit more.
He said a little bit more. He pled poverty. It was a response to worker safety issues. But it's a very eye-opening quote, and so you know, this is really, to me, one of the poster boys for this market, because a lot of the valuation of a Tesla is based on the come. It's based on all the stuff that will happen between 2020 and 2025 that people get excited about. And in an environment where people expand their horizons, you can get a valuation like this. But in an environment where people get scared or the capital needs overwhelm the company's ability to raise them, something else happens.
Conviction level as high as it's ever been or not?
Oh, I love the short. It's great.
We had in a prominent auto analyst from Morgan Stanley just the day before yesterday. And in talking to him about the relative value of Tesla on the one hand and General Motors on the other, he said, if you gave me $20 billion to give to either Elon Musk or Mary Barra, I would give it to Elon Musk because there's more growth there. Yeah, that was his response.
Yeah.
So what's your response to that question? Because you have a short position on Tesla at the same time you're proposing this for General Motors.
Yeah, I think it's a question of what the purpose of the $20 billion is. If the purpose of the $20 billion is to earn a profit and a return on the $20 billion, I think you would give it to Mary Barra, because GM is interested in its return on capital. I think if the purpose of a business is to advance the future, to have science experiments and really cool, buzzwordy kind of things, then you would give it to Tesla. Because there you have a guy who's done all kinds of fancy innovation and is thinking about how society should be 50 years from now, 100 years from now, but he's yet to actually take any money and turn it into a profitable business.
Meanwhile, in what seemed like a completely unrelated event to Tesla, a massive storm hit South Australia, knocking out its power.
Good evening. South Australia has been battered by storms and plunged into darkness. The crews desperately trying to restore power following our catastrophic blackout. Many left counting the cost and demanding to know how an entire state can be plunged into darkness.
23 transmission towers failed or buckled in yesterday's storm, the cause of the state's blackout nightmare. that overloaded the interconnector, which tripped as expected.
Plunging us into darkness and sparking a war of words about why better backup plans aren't in place.
Get a damn power plan. We haven't got a power plan. This is a joke.
South Australia was the laughingstock of the nation.
And while Australians pointed fingers as who was to blame, an interesting solution surfaced.
An energy fix within 100 days or it's free. That's the bold proposal from a billionaire tech entrepreneur who says he can build a massive battery farm to solve South Australia's ongoing energy crisis.
It was a cheeky Twitter exchange that sparked an electric response. Tesla boss Elon Musk offered to fix South Australia's energy woes with a battery farm, attracting the support of Australian software company Atlassian co-founder Mike Cannon-Brookes. He then promised to build it within 100 days or provide it for free. The pair even joked about securing mates' rates. Tesla has already designed a similar solution to power an entire island in Hawaii, using 52 megawatts of battery packs to store solar energy during the day for use at night. And South Australian Premier Jay Weatherill isn't laughing off the suggestion. He's confirmed he's had a positive phone discussion with Elon Musk about the battery proposal, which the tech giant was suitably impressed by. So it's a bright idea that could yet see the light of day.
So will South Australia take up Elon's offer? I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then, during the annual shareholder meeting, Elon mentions that a semi will be unveiled at the end of the year, and then drops a clue.
So the semi-truck we're going to unveil, and I think that's very exciting. A lot of people don't think you can do a heavy-duty, long-range truck that's electric, but we're confident that this can be done. So we'll be showing off a working prototype, and we've shown it to a number of the organizations that buy heavy-duty trucking, and they all love it. They just want to know how many can they buy and how soon. I just really recommend showing up for the semi-truck unveiling. Maybe there's a little more than we're saying here.
Then, as July rolled around, all eyes focused on Model 3 production.
Mike, mark your calendar. The end of July, July 28th, it's a Friday night. That is when we will see the first deliveries. About 30 customers who have ordered a Model 3 will be receiving them then. And late last night, Elon Musk, as he promised he would, he finally gave us some details about the Model 3 rollout. It passed its final tests with regulators 2 weeks ahead of schedule. First models will be produced later this week, likely on Friday. And then production will ramp up exponentially. Musk sending out a tweet last night saying, looks like we can reach 20,000 Model 3 cars per month in December. Remember, they had said they were going to hit 500 per week by the end of this year, so 20,000 in December means that they will hit that goal.
And on July 28th, Tesla held an event to hand over the first 30 Model 3s produced.
All right. Hey, everyone. So let's talk about what goes into making the Model 3. It starts off with design. We aimed for something that was a very simple, clean design, because I think in the future, well, really, future being now, that the cars will be increasingly autonomous. And then, in terms of engineering the car, we had to engineer it to be a lot easier to build. The Model S is an amazing car, but it's very hard to build. So we had to get the part count down, design it still to be light, but also to make it affordable. And I think that the team's done an amazing job of that. And then where this really shows up is in things like safety. So let's take a look at the safety video. So on the one hand, you've got a car that is one of the safest cars in the world, a Volvo S60. Yeah. But even though they're something like the Volvo, great car, by normal standards, very safe. The Volvo is arguably the second safest car in the world. But I think it is obvious which car you would prefer to be in an accident. In terms of production, the thing that's going to be the major challenge for us over the next 6 to 9 months is how do we build a huge number of cars. And frankly, we're going to be in production hell Welcome. Welcome to production hell. That's going to be where we are for at least 6 months, maybe longer. But you guys know that you're veterans. I've been through this. So I look forward to working alongside you to journey through hell. And as the saying goes, if you're going through hell, keep going. Then a frequent question I get asked, I noticed it popping up on Twitter quite a lot. Where is my Model 3? Sometimes not phrased quite as nicely as that. Well, we're building the cars as fast as we can. We're going to drive this ramp as hard as we possibly can. Those are actual owners getting actual production cars. Woo! Hey. I'd like to thank all the customers who own a Model S and X, and those who buy a Model S and an X, because in doing so, you make the 3 possible. The money that we make with an S and X all goes into building Model 3. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for our longtime supporters, and thank you guys for making it. Thank you. All right.
The media reaction was mixed. The reporters that experienced the Model 3 had a completely different perspective to those that didn't.
When they unveiled this Friday night, we were there outside of Fremont, California. They delivered the first 30 of them, going to Tesla employees who bought them. The big question is, A, what's the demand out there, and can they meet that demand? They have told us Friday night they now have over 500,000 of the Model 3 reservations. Here's the production totals as we see them right now. 2017, and this is an estimate based on talking with various people on Wall Street and what Tesla has told us, about 110,000 vehicles. Guys, they're planning to make 5 times as many, roughly 5 times as many next year. That is a huge jump in production, and that's the challenge. That's why Elon Musk says, look, we're in production hell at least for the next 6 months.
You've driven the car, the Model 3, right? Or at least sat in it?
Yep.
Oh, I have a question.
No, we drove it.
Okay, I wrote about it this weekend, which is the dashboard, or lack of. People hate change. The dashboard has no instruments on it. Is everything coming through that? I mean, how do you tell how fast you're going? Is everything done through that effectively that giant tablet computer?
It's a 15-inch. It's a 15-inch touchscreen display. It's basically if you had a giant iPad horizontal, and you see right there in this video it says 70. That's the miles per hour. Guys, when I drove it, I did not feel uncomfortable at all. I thought maybe I would feel a little awkward not seeing anything in front of me. There's no instrument cluster. Not at all. And let me tell you something. The map that you get on that tablet there, sensational. Yeah, I mean, it is one of those maps that makes you say, okay, I get it. I know where I'm going. If you're in an area and you're trying to figure out where you want to go through navigation.
You think
and
that'll
in the future,
be a
Brian,
turnoff to people?
Well, look, not every vehicle appeals to every person. I don't think it's going to be a huge turnoff. I have to be honest with you. I did not find it awkward. I found it very comfortable to drive. Look, I thought it was an impressive vehicle. Now, it was a limited drive that we had with it. I think it's going to do very well. And the initial reviews so far have been very positive.
In the next episode, we find out the gravity of how serious production hell is, and it's not going to be a quick fix. Doubters, skeptics, and short sellers smell blood and emerge from the woodwork to take aim at Tesla. If you enjoyed the episode and want to help the channel, please consider supporting on Patreon so I can keep on making more videos for you guys. And remember, all content is for educational and entertainment purposes and not financial advice. So till next time, I'll catch you guys soon.